Yeah, hot off the presses here, and there are some changes moving to the north at 14. So it's starting to make that turn. Remember, it was moving northeast. Now it's moving to the north. Up to 65 miles per hour. It's starting to emerge now off the coast of Cuba. Made landfall in Cuba earlier. You see a little puff of convection there showing that there's still signs of life in that after weakening moving over Cuba. So let's look at the track here. Here's the big change. It is now forecast to become a hurricane as it bangs that left and moves into the Keys. So there are some changes in the watches and warnings too. I'll show you those in a minute. But that's expected to be Monday morning. So overnight, moving through the Middle Keys and then Key West, and then farther out into the Gulf of Mexico as a hurricane, a minimal hurricane here. Some of the models have it even stronger than that. And then finally, dry air will finally get to it and weaken it as it meanders a little bit closer. So notice this is staying close by regardless, so it will influence our weather in some form or fashion here for pretty much the entire week. The model's in here, and they do have it pretty steady moving into the Keys. After that, they do go all over the place with timing and the location of where it actually ends up. All right, so the latest here, we do have hurricane warnings now up. It's underneath there, but there are hurricane warnings for extreme southern Florida. Ours is unchanged at the moment. Unless something new comes in right now, we're still getting some of that data in, but tropical storm warning will remain with the potential for tropical storm conditions here in South Florida. Now, we already saw a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust just now at the Lake Worth Pier from one of those big squalls that moved on through, and we have another one right here. This will be a very potent one. On the Treasure Coast right now, we're quiet. You did have some earlier, but you're quiet for the moment with just a few sprinkles. This one, in just moments, about to move on shore, Palm Beach there, and then in the downtown West Palm, Singer Island, you're up next there from it too. Very windy conditions as this moves off the ocean. Wouldn't be surprised for this to have 45, 50 mile per hour winds as this moves ashore too, and just sideways blowing torrential rain. That'll stretch up into Jupiter from West Palm to Jupiter. We'll see that cell. Farther down to the south, still some rain coming on in, another cell just offshore. You've had heavy rain earlier, so we have that flood warning that's in effect from Delray Beach, Boca, down through Fort Lauderdale and into North Miami. The flood watch, that means conditions favorable. That goes all the way until Tuesday night for the potential of flooding here. We're going to have off and on rain, and that's all going to add up and cause some flooding across the area. Again, all these cells here, very, very strong, that stretch all the way out over the ocean. So these will start picking up here for the rest of the afternoon and into the evening hours. Peaking out either this evening or overnight is when we'll see the main strongest bands start to move on in, and then tomorrow we'll start off pretty rough, but we'll slowly improve throughout the day.